Hey guys, it's Mark from Electric Tech. Today we're looking at the Apple AirPods Pro 2. These are their newest wireless earbuds, and they are fantastic. They retail for $249.99, available online now. There are a lot of people raving about these. This is the first time Apple has released an audiophile grade product, in my opinion, and we're going to go through that in this review today. Now, the Apple AirPods are special because they really do work well. They have a seamless integration with the Apple iPhone, the iPad, and also the Apple computer. They work on Bluetooth, very good connectivity with these, but the main strength is their sound signature for music. They can do phone calls. They're good for phone calls. They're really good, but like I said, the music is where they shine. And the special thing about them is that Apple paid attention to all of the details this time as far as the sound quality. And the first thing they did was they increased the driver size inside the earbuds. And that what that does is when you have a larger driver, the sound is much less compressed. The excursion is greater, so that you have enhanced bass. The dynamics go up. The music sounds a little faster, and the mid-range is definitely fuller. Now with the H2 chip, they increased their the quality of the DSP, so they have a much better control over all of the audio range. When you're listening to these, there's no discernible distortion in any part of the frequency range, highs, mids, and lows, and they're all enhanced over the previous version. If you listen to the version 1 of the AirPods, they really are not good at all. They have a very bad seal, and the sound quality is just very plain and ordinary, nothing special at all. And the AirPods Pro 2 is definitely a huge leap over the first generation of the AirPods. Now, one thing you want to note with these is that the battery in them is also much bigger. You get a lot more runtime. It's 6 hours on a single charge, and the case will do 30 hours of continuous charges. Really good, and good to have on the road. Now, this case is special because it has a speaker on the bottom. If you lose them, it'll play a tone, where on the old one you didn't have that. So if you lose these, you can emit a tone. If you also use the Find My AirPods feature, you can actually locate these with a location device inside here, and they're pretty easy to find. Really nice case. It's big. It has a MagSafe charging apparatus on the back, so you just throw it on a base, like something kind of like the Belkin base, and you throw it on the base. You don't even have to align it, and it'll start charging. Really nice, and good touch on the headphones. Now, as far as sound quality goes, one thing that Apple did to make sure that you're getting the best sound is they have an ear fit test, and the ear fit test is located in the app on the within the AirPod app, and it'll tell you if the seals are good on the rubber ends of your earbuds. Now, they come with four sizes total. When I first got them, I thought I was a medium just because I'm an average build guy. I'm 5'9", 200 pounds, and I thought medium was going to be good for me, so I didn't even really do the test. I just put them in my ears and started listening to them for a couple days. And just as just to try it out, I did the test, and I actually failed it. So I thought I was a smaller size. I didn't think I was going to be the large pads. So I used the smaller one, and then it sounded worse, and I failed again. And then I went to the larger ones, and the larger cups actually fit my ear the best. And what I noticed was a huge increase in bass and dynamics. So make sure you take that ear test if you want the best sound. Another thing that Apple did, and they did this, and I'm not sure why they didn't advertise it more, is they put in really deep recessed in the settings some hidden features that you can make your AirPods sound a lot better. And when I say a lot better, I mean a lot better. There's a feature where you go into the accessibility menu and you change the headphone settings, and you can increase the treble. You could mess around with the mid-range, and then you definitely can extend the bass. We're going to go through this, and we're going to show you the screens and how to get to it. And really, the cool thing about it is after you change the settings, it lets you go and test what it sounded like before you touch the settings and after. and there's a markedly big difference between the two. When you use these settings, you're going to get much more extension on the treble and the high end. You're going to get a lot more bass, which is really surprising. And the mid-range just like flattens out even more. Now, the cool thing about these headphones, like any audiophile product, is they're all based around the mid-range. To get good mid-range on any audio product is extremely difficult, and that is the most challenging part of the frequency band, because that involves voice, the intricacies of voice, the echo, the decay, all that stuff. Apple did that really well with this product, and I would say that the mid-range, everything is based around the mid-range. So if you, just to give you an example, if you go to the old AirPods and you start listening to them, the mid-range is really muffled. It's kind of recessed. It has no dimension to it, and there's no really emotion to the music. You're just listening to sound, in my opinion. And they're really, as an audio product, they're really bad. Now, these were good for taking phone calls. They're actually very good for taking phone calls. They have the perfect ear fit for that. And when you do a phone call on these, I actually think they work better for me than these, because these have a seal to them, and it's kind of weird when you're talking on a sealed headphone during a phone call. With these, it kind of just is more natural. You have a lot of that background hiss and noise coming in, and it's just more natural on these. But as far as music goes, obviously the AirPods 2 are going to be head and shoulders above any version of the previous AirPods. So one thing that they did, because they have larger drivers in there, you have more air being moved around. They did have to a port for air, and this allows for better breathing in the driver, and then allowing the driver to move in and out more effectively, just because it is bigger and it has better amplification. So they did need to put a little space here to give more airflow in the headphones. This way, the driver is going to react better and perform better. Now, cool thing about these headphones is you can change the between the active cancellation and the transparency mode on this thing. All you do is squeeze it right here on the flat spot. Also, for volume, you go up and down on this. Really nice. It works just like any Apple product. It's really refined, and it always works every time. The case, like I said, is very nice. It has 5 magnets in it, so when you put it on any base, it really does just start charging. It has magnet in the center and then each corner. So really nice design. You have your sync button here. Really good quality aluminum hinge. And like I said, the quality on this is second to none. Now, in order to get to the hidden settings on your AirPods, you have to go to the settings. Make sure that your AirPods are in your ears and they're synced with Bluetooth. You're going to click on the icon for AirPods. You're going to see all your AirPod settings here. You're going to scroll to the middle of the page, and you're going to go to accessibility. Then you're going to go to audio accessibility settings. And then you're going to go to headphone accommodations, which is right on top. Click on that, and then go to custom audio setup. This is where it really gets interesting. So now you're going to hit continue. You're going to hit continue again. And you're going to hear somebody speaking in a low tone. You're going to click yes that you hear it. And then you're going to hit continue. And then you're going to click continue again. Now, it's going to ask you which sounds better. So if you look, if you're listening to the music, you'll notice that version 2 has a lot more treble and it sounds a lot more open. So that's going to really take your headphones to the next level as far as the high frequency range. You can hit continue. Now this one, you have to have very good hearing to hear the difference on this one. On this one, this affects your mid-range slightly. Very, very hard to notice, but we're going to select version 2. And you're going to hit continue. And the third one is all about the bass. Version 1 is lower bass, and if you want more bass, you'll hit version 2. You're going to hear enhanced bass and a little bit enhanced on the treble as well. You're going to hit continue. And now you could compare your settings with custom and standard. If you click on the standard, which was the old one, you'll hear a very big degradation in sound quality, and then you'll hit custom and you'll hear all that new information coming through. This is a game changer for the settings. It makes your AirPods sound like, I don't know, probably the best wireless earbuds that I've heard, and they're really good. So then you'll lock in the settings by use custom settings, and now you're golden. Click done. and now everything is going to sound much better. Now, one thing you're going to notice with these AirPods versus any other headphone is that the sound is extremely accurate, articulate, and very vivid. What happens is when you have such clarity coming through on headphones, the imaging goes up, the sound stage widens, and you get a more realistic and emotional experience. So imaging is where you can actually place the instruments in the music. Sometimes you'll hear it in the front, back, side, they go around. With the original AirPods, you wouldn't even have a chance of hearing that. With these, you know exactly where the instruments are in the music path, and it makes it very engaging. If you hear drums or, a cymbal, hi-hat, guitars, all of them sound really realistic. You can hear the echo off a guitar string. You could hear sometimes the echo on a piano. You hear the nuance in a singer's voice, which is really a lot more accurate than a regular headphone, just because of what Apple's doing with their DSP. And then the soundstage. On an entry-level pair of headphones, you really don't notice the width of the soundstage. It just sounds narrow, and it sounds compressed. Because the drivers, like I said, are bigger and they have more excursion, you're going to have a wider soundstage. So that means that when you're listening to the music, if you close your eyes, it actually feels like you're in front of a band or you're listening to live music, and you can hear the width of the sound, the actual original width that it was recorded in the studio, instead of that compression that you get with like an entry-level headphone. So like I said, this is an audiophile grade style headphone. And then you get all of that audiophile grade, sound. You get it with all that the Apple technology to work with, seamlessly with all their products. That to me is a home run. So in my opinion, this is going to be Apple's product of the year. It's their biggest, most significant upgrade in any product out of all their products. Like even the iPhone 14, even though it was improved over the 13, the improvements were minor, and they really are. They're really minor and minimal, but this, like I said, this over all their audio products in the past, this surpasses them, and it by leaps and bounds. It is the most significant improvement in any audio product they've ever released. So I highly recommend them, and you can't lose by getting them. If you like music and you travel and you like listening to music, on the go, you're going to definitely want to pick these up. It's a no-brainer. Can't lose with them. I think Apple gives you like 7 days to try them out. If you don't like them, you can send them back. Just so you know, they do take 1 hour to break in. So in the first hour of listening to them, they're not going to sound as good as after they're running for about an hour. So give them a chance, let them break in, use them for a couple days. And like I said, go into those custom audio settings. It's going to make your headphones sound a lot better. All right. Okay, so because we're talking about how good these sound and the audiophile level of these, I have to mention to you that one of the worst things that you can do to the sound is touch the EQ setting within the app, on the music app. Every time, for every product, it always makes the music sound worse. It doesn't matter if you boost the treble, boost the bass, do acoustic, whatever the setting is, using the EQ on this with these headphones make it sound worse. So I wouldn't touch them. All right, so that concludes the review of the AirPods Pro 2 2nd generation for Electric Tech. This is Mark signing off. Please like the video, share it with friends, and give us a like. We are a new channel, so please support us, and please watch our videos. We are going to start posting a lot more videos in the future. Anything related with tech, it could be even remote control cars or airplanes or any type of technology, we're going to be making videos for. So anyway, signing off. We'll see you on the next review. Have a great day.